Good morning. Welcome to Village in Motion. Today is Tuesday, June 11th, 2019, and we start our day today with a visit from the Medical Center with Crystal Estep.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Thank you. Always glad to be here.
It's been what? You've been here almost 2 years now.
Yes. July 7th will be 2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you.
We'll say it again next month too,
Yeah,
right?
that's good. Yes, right, we will.
It only seems like 6 months though, to tell you the truth. It has gone by so fast.
You have a very busy job.
So fast.
And I always say when jobs are busy, time goes fast.
It does. Maybe I need to slow down.
Well, I'm sure you would if you could.
I would.
But you do a great job for us taking care of the Medical Center. So what's happening in the Medical Center?
Lots of good things are happening in the Medical Center. We have lots of goals that we want to do for 2019 and carry into 2020. We are a little short-staffed right at the moment, although hopefully we will catch up with staff. We're down 2 CMAs and 1 is out on maternity leave, hoping to return on the 18th of this month.
But I'm sure you're actively recruiting.
We are actively recruiting. So all I ask is just a little patience with us. We're getting through the days pretty flawlessly, but just in case we have those times, we have backups.
Okay.
Just be a little patient with us. We will get to everybody.
That's all right, yeah. And you want to get the right people. You don't want to take just anybody.
Exactly. I don't want to just fill a hole. You have to have somebody with a little bit of experience and that wants to work at Green Spring.
That's right, yeah. That makes a big difference.
It does.
And you're missing CMAs. CMA is a what?
Certified Medical Assistant.
Okay, good. I always forget what
Yes.
that means. Okay. But today you want to focus on what?
I want to focus on a big passion of the medical centers, and it's not just the medical center, it's with security as well. Care Path program.
Okay.
I know I've talked about it multiple times, although we haven't got deep into the Care Path program yet. One of the things I want to talk about, the Care Path program is you keep your primary care provider on the outside. You don't have to use this for your 6-month yearly follow-ups, just for acute appointments. You only see us once a year. And that's just to update your medical history, your medications, if you've had any surgeries, anything that has changed within that year, emergency contacts, just all your medical information that would be important for if you had to come down and see us.
Tell me about cost. Does it cost me anything?
Your insurance pays for it. It is a hand-off visit. They sit down, they talk to you. They put in all your information, get history from you so they can write notes as well.
Okay.
And then your insurance picks it up. Almost every insurance does pay for it. If your first one doesn't pick it all up, your second one does.
So I'm a perfect example of the right person to use Care Path because we use military medicine.
Exactly.
Like you do, but we signed up for the Care Path program and we filled out all of our paperwork and we went and visited with a doctor who was there then, and then we let it fall apart because we didn't follow up with regular annual visits. It's not too late?
No, it's not too late. You just want to make it's by calendar year. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be, December 1st to December 1st.
You're not going to call us to remind us, obviously.
Not for the Care Path. We don't call to remind. The good thing is you don't have to fill the paperwork back out unless it's been 3 years or more.
Uh-oh, we could be in trouble.
I will be calling you.
Oh, that's all right.
I will be calling you.
That's all right. We need to get started again.
Yes.
And because the real value in it is that if something happens, then the information is here. They're not trying to reach somebody at Fort Belvoir to say, have you ever heard of these people?
Correct.
The information is here. So as I remember, we filled out paperwork with all of our medications and all of our medical history. Mm-hmm. We went in and visited. And then if something happens, then what?
Then if you end up with a cold or you end up, say, pneumonia and you have to go to an outside provider or to the healthplex or ER from the medical center, we have all that information in hand to give people. When security comes and escorts you to, say, you pull your cord at night and you have to go 911, security gets the information about you.
Security comes first.
Yes.
Within a couple of minutes.
Correct. So security comes to your apartment. And then you say you have to go out 911. They pull their information for the hospital from our system.
So security comes in. Our security folks are registered. They're trained. I don't know what the right word is, but they have some medical training.
Yes.
More than I do. And they will check us out and say, oh, we have a problem here, or maybe we don't have a problem here.
Yes, they will definitely triage you, is what we call it. And if you have to go to the ER versus wait for an appointment with us, They pull all your medications, your history, everything that we have on you, and send it to the hospital with you. So that is really the importance of CarePath. You don't, I mean, I'm so passionate about it, I could just beg. You don't have to see us. You don't have to see us for your regular provider. But we really want all that information in our system, because if, say you were unconscious,
yes,
and you were sent out 911,
and
you
nobody
don't
had
have
any idea.
Exactly, and you
Right.
don't have the file of life or any information on your refrigerator, where are they going to get it? You know, you want
They're
that.
gonna be guessing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you want that information to go with you to the ER or any emergency services, so that they have all that.
Just while we were sitting here this morning talking before we started, a resident came in to thank Crystal for the wonderful way the system works. And do you want to tell the story, or do you want me to?
Well, you can hop in once in a while too, because I
Okay.
might forget some of it.
Okay.
So a resident came in while we were sitting here and wanted to thank me for how flawless it was when her spouse came down to the medical center and ended up going out to the ER. Now, they are CarePath, so they had filled out all the information and all the paperwork. They had brought it down to us. They had a visit with the provider, and then he just happened to get sick. So they were brought down to the medical center, and in the process of them calling 911 to get him more care, she stated that she turned around and was handed a piece of paper that had all his medical history on it, all his updated medications, and how impressed she was that it just showed up.
It just appeared.
It just appeared. And that's really important. That's really important. When you're doing 911 call, the CMA is actually pulling, the certified medical assistant is actually pulling all that information to give to the paramedics to take to the ER with you.
What if the medical center is closed? I know in this case, this happened in the middle of the night, and still that piece of paper appeared.
Security
Security's
pulls
pulling
everything
that.
from our our ECW, which is electronic medical records, and that is why it's so important. It's not just that information is not just used by the medical center; it is used by security too. Anything that has to do with your medical health, it goes to. If you end up in Garden Ridge for a stay for rehab for some reason, it's there. All that
Yes.
information is there too, because
Right.
our providers see you over there.
Now, in her case, she said that they ended up at the Inova Healthplex, and her husband was cared for, and they came back home that night. And 9 o'clock the next morning, there was a call from, I think, you.
It was myself, yes.
And to just check to make sure everything was all right?
Correct, and to get them an ER follow-up.
Oh, and to say,
Yes,
okay,
yes. We
this
wanna
is not
make-
the end. We want to make sure that you follow up on this.
Exactly. Once we get home and we start feeling better, we don't want to follow up.
Right.
But we really need to make sure that we're following up. And I will call everybody that has pulled that cord the evening before, because I get it on a report, just to make sure they are okay, if they
Right.
need to be seen. And if they're not a patient of ours, I mention the CarePath program.
So that follow-up could be either with her own doctor or in your offices.
Correct.
Either way.
Correct.
And she said that she also had a call from their doctor, who is not a part of the Green Springs staff, but that whole system had also notified her doctor that there was a problem.
Exactly.
So she was very pleased, and that's the way it should work.
And it makes me feel very good, because our team has worked on it for quite some time. Like you said, I've been here 2 years, and it's been a passion of ours. And we're hoping by 2019, early 2020, that we have everybody's, at least their information, medical history in our computer. If you just want your medical information in our computer, come fill out a new patient form and we'll put it in there so we have it. You don't even have to see us for CarePath. We just want to make sure your information's in there for your safety.
And that's the most important part.
Yes.
It's not that you're trying to make money.
No.
It's not that you're trying to say that you have more business.
No.
You're focusing on the safety and the health of all of the residents who are here.
Exactly.
That's the most important part.
And it is. It's very important to us.
I forget now what I was going to say. So if you're like me, and I think it probably has been 3 years since we've been down there, I'm ashamed to say, should I come and get new paperwork to fill out?
If you have not been seen within the 3 years, you do have to fill out another form.
Okay.
So much has changed that they could take an
Right.
hour in the office with you going over it, whereas if you fill it out, we enter that prior to you seeing us for your
Okay.
CarePath.
And I know we have, like I went down and took our new Social Security card, our new Medicare card.
Correct.
And got a copy of that. We've tried to update a little bit the records, but we haven't been seen in that much time, and that's the key.
So can we use the other the other resident that came in here and thanked us as an example instead of your story as an
Yes,
example?
because she has done a much better job than I have, and I think she's more new than I. But they understand the importance now of going back once a year and making sure that information is up to date.
Yes.
Because although we don't think over a period of time our health changed much, I know for me some medications have changed.
Exactly.
And that can make a difference.
Oh, it definitely can make a difference, because
Yeah.
if you were to come down to us for a cold and we don't have your updated medication, what we give you might not mix with the medication you're on.
That's right.
You know, and then you have allergic reaction, and that's not good
And
either.
I don't want to do that.
No, not
good
at all. And I know new patient paperwork is annoying. I don't like to do it when I go out.
And you and I going to the military system, it seems like every time we go in and have to fill out something and say, don't you have this someplace? But,
Exactly.
So our system here is a
Exactly.
little better.
And we get the same questions. You already have this, although is it up to date? So the biggest thing is we really want it up to date. We want it current. We want, like I stated, everybody's information that lives within Green Spring, and it isn't to make money. Like I stated, you don't have to come see us even CarePath. We just like to promote it for incidences of what happened with the resident that we spoke to.
We just want to make sure it's right, because filling out paperwork, you may ask us about things and we say, oh, I forgot to put that down.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
To add that. So we just have a minute or so left here. Let's talk about another piece of this, and that's the file of life and the importance of having that file.
Oh my gosh, the file of life, when I heard about it when I first came from a couple of residents that had promoted it, I was very impressed that they had the file of life. And that is one thing I like to push as well, because you need that on your fridge. You definitely need that on your fridge or on your person. If you want to type it up and print it out so it's bigger and put it with your file of life, so your information, that's great. Although once again, say you're not in our system, and you're unconscious, or you can't speak,
right there.
that information is there for security to get. It is truly, truly so important.
My husband is out running right now. He has not only does he wear his Green Spring badge, carry his Green Spring badge, but he has a packet in which he carries the file of life information.
That's great.
So if
I didn't even
something
think of
happens
that.
to him while he's running in the neighborhood here, somebody's going to be able to pull that out.
Wow. So I hope everybody heard that too, because that's an excellent idea, because how would they know?
That's right. And I carried one in my billfold. There's one in the packet that they give us. There's one that you can carry with you.
And if you don't know where to get one, contact me and I can put you in touch with the correct person. And there are people that will help you fill them out too.
Oh, I'm sure,
You know?
yes.
So if you can't see very well, or you can't, your handwriting's not the best, and you want somebody to help you fill them out,
that'll help do
we
that.
will definitely help you fill them out.
That's wonderful.
It's
Good.
that important.
They're telling us 1 minute. Is there any last words you'd like to say?
Just come down and talk to me if you're curious about the CarePath. If you're
That's
curious
good.
about just filling out the paperwork, you know, like I stated, we have people to help with file of life.
Yeah.
We can help you with the paperwork too. I know
Don't-
it's intimidating.
Don't wait until your son or daughter has some time to do
Yes.
it. We have folks here.
Or
at
until
Green
you're
Spring to help.
sick
Yes.
and need to see us.
Yes, right.
So definitely, I'm available. Come visit me if you have more questions about it, and we'll be promoting it more. So
Good.
there's more to come about it.
We look forward to it.
Thank you
for
so do
coming.
I.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.